Hello, and welcome to the Adventure Archive and our persistent campaign, Mythic Odysseys of Theros, Meletian Mystery. I am Evil Andy XO, and I will be your dungeon master for this evening as we adventure into the world of Theros, a setting from Magic the Gathering. Ooh, thank you for the host, L2. A setting from Magic the Gathering adapted to Dungeons and Dragons by Wizards of the Coast about a year ago, I believe now. It is a Greek analog, so think ancient Greece in fantasy settings. Joining me tonight to roll some click-clack dice and hopefully survive the labyrinth, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the one who started it all, Ryan Melee After Dark. How are you doing this evening?
I am still tired, but I am here.
Who are you playing tonight?
I am Nostis. Nostis. I'm Nostis. Not
Nostis.
Yeah.
Nostis
Yeah.
is
I don't know how I
Nostis.
ended up with two very similar things, but I am Nostis. I am a death cleric, former critic, in Alekos, now trying to find anything to bring back the spark.
Thank you so much for the bless horrible tomato. I'll add that onto Janelle here. There we go. You may know him from his stream or many others that he's on because he is one of our community favorites. Late to the Show Entertainment. He does Night Owl Gaming. He's the head of Night Owl Squadron, and he's one heck of a role player. How are you doing tonight, L2?
I'm doing great. I'm, again, just super excited. The Labyrinth has been a blast. So tonight I'm playing Fornaze Dinata, the Leonin Zealot Barbarian.
Awesome. My favorite neighbor and the architect of our awesome website, which you should go check out for recaps and links to our Twitter and Instagram. Janelle, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. It's a good Monday so far.
Yes, it
Hopefully
is.
gonna get better.
Ooh, we'll see about that. Who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Fakira, the State Warlock.
Awesome. And joining us again for his third stream on the Adventure Archive, you may know him from chat and a fellow lover of Magic the Gathering lore and just the game itself. Cam, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. This is my favorite part of every Monday so far.
Yes. Tell us about who you're playing tonight.
I am playing Drados of Meletis, and he is a human wizard.
Awesome.
He's a wizard of the mind.
A wizard of the mind in Magic the Gathering. Not with us tonight. Eric will be taking a brief recess this week, and he plays Brazino the Fourth Jr., a Leonin paladin of the now dead Heliod, god of the sun. When we last left our heroes, they were summoned to Meletis, Theros' analog for Athens, at the behest of the Parasophia, the one in charge of the 12 who oversee the city, because 3 of the 12, this ruling body over the city, were murdered in one night, and not being able to trust anyone, they sent for the heroes of Alekos, who they knew they could trust, to come in and find out what in the God's name is going on. When they arrived, they were entertained by Parasophia's second-in-command, a young, brilliant mage by the name of Petros, who told them about the murdered 3, and that they had a situation at the house of the architect known as Nestoras, that the investigators kept going missing, and they should go find out what's going on there. When they got there, they found a giant pool of blood in Nestoress's dining area. But no drag marks, no nothing, no footsteps. A very confusing scene. It is the same guy, Jason. That's it. So they found that there was a secret passageway in Nestoress's chimney, right around his fireplace. And when they pulled the flume, it opened up to a slide that led them down to a labyrinth. And at the beginning of that labyrinth, they found Nestoress's dead body written in blood in front of him. Answers, kind of, that way. They followed into the maze and began going along with their hand, Brazino's hand, against one wall. They found mechanical minotaurs, which plodded along tracks when alerted. They found pit traps and mildly jerky plates that seemed to taunt them as they worked their way through this maze. But they had made great progress. They also came across the Justicar known as Sarah, who had been lost in the maze for about 2 days. When they found her, she was lost, and they ended up recruiting her basically to come along with them, a priestess of Afara. They continued on, found a drowned priestess in a flooded part of the labyrinth, and answered the riddle of the naiads, and then proceeded on. Last, you had just turned around a corner after reading a bronze plate that asked, "Haven't you seen this plate before? How can you be sure?" And then that was it. So, how we had been doing this was a little bit of an exploration rules. A player had been taking a turn of about 10 minutes in game time, which equals out to about 100 squares or 500 feet. They get to make the choice in terms of where they go in this period of time. Respond to things until they encounter something. So let's see if I still have... I believe it is Fanaze's turn to start.
Okay.
For that, do you want to update the chat at all about the changes in our blesses and banes and whatnot?
Yes. I am not... I wouldn't be able to recall the numbers immediately. Would you be able to fill us in on that, Ryan?
Sure, no problem. So we often have a whole lot of blesses, and we need to use them more. So in order to kind of, make those more valuable to us, blesses are now going to need to be called prior to rolls, just like the banes are from the DMs. And the value of them have actually gone up to 1,500 channel points each, as opposed to the 100 or the 1,000 that they were. So they cost the same as banes now. Small changes. Everything else is about the same, but so the blesses are slightly more expensive, and we have to use them prior to our rolls, so that maybe we'll use more of them, and we're not just going to sit on a bank of them all the time. So small changes, but just a tweak.
Welcome in, Sursa. We're glad to have you here. So, Fanaze, it is your turn to lead as we explore into the maze or the labyrinth. Brazino had been keeping his hand against the right wall here. Would you like to continue on with that?
Yeah, we're heading northward from what I recall, correct?
Yes, you are.
We took the sprue out of the plaque, so okay. And you said it's 100 blocks? 100
yes.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Okay. So,
wow, that's a little too epic.
Oh, my vision is non-existent right now.
Is non-existent right now. Let's see if I can do something about that for you.
Everything seems dim light. if that makes sense.
Oh man, Cam, you're gonna be so confused. Okay, let's see here. Everything is dim light. Let me adjust that for you. Night vision. It should be fairly like light for you. Let's do.
If it's supposed to be like that, that's fine. But yeah.
Let's do a little adjustment because I believe that.
Oh, that seemed to fix it. I think.
When we were playing, Brazino was carrying a torch.
He was carrying a torch, but you should
I
all
believe
be
he
able
knows
to
that as
actually
well.
see. To be honest.
Yeah, I see it. It's just a lot dimmer than before. That's fine though.
Okay.
Fine.
All right, you continue up this hallway. Tell us about it, or how you just want to keep going.
Yeah, for now I'm going. You know, I'm just staying the course. I'm walking. I'm not strutting everywhere. I think we've learned that lesson a couple of times already. I'm gonna be tapping the corner here though before we make the turn, with my hammer, giving it like a solid.
Looking for
crack
pit
before I turn
traps.
the corner. Looking for more pit traps. Yeah.
Will be what, 5 or 6 times? Shame
Yeah.
on you.
I'll
Is
get
there
the
anything
music
or
rolling
no?
again. No, you tap it and it is solid. It is solid ground. Fortunately.
Okay, I see this little turn in the little turn here, and I step just at the threshold to look around the corner.
Huh.
Is
Yes.
there anything there? Or?
No, it just kind of spins around. So, unless you want to roll some investigation to see if there's, perhaps a hidden wall or something, there's nothing else in there.
I'm gonna turn to. Oh wait, we're missing someone from. Oh no, maybe I'm just. No, is someone missing from the initiative order? Sorry.
Oh yeah, because you deleted my token and recreated it.
That is correct. I don't remember your roll from last time, so
Me neither.
go ahead and just roll again. And we'll see how it's going to work out.
Sure, it'll be fine.
I'm sure it will be just fine. Let's go.
Perfect.
What's your? Oh, okay. Your name doesn't show up. What's your character's name again? It's been a while.
Drados.
Drados, yes.
Drados. Okay. I turned to Drados and I said, do you want to take a look in there before we continue on?
Sure. Drados is, he's pretty tired of this maze. He's explored a lot of dead ends, but why not? Fanaze asked so nicely.
He asked so nicely as you look in this dead end.
It's a 24 to stare into the corner.
It is a very well-constructed corner. No hidden walls or anything to speak of, but you're glad that you took your due diligence. You feel like you are starting to figure out how this labyrinth goes for the most part.
He's following Brazino's footsteps along the wall. Just make sure he gets to every corner.
Again, checking the corners again for pit traps. Anything?
A solid floor ahead of you. Nothing seems to be in your way too much.
Same thing in the corner here.
Yes, as you round the corner,
Oh.
you see it again. The plate. You've just gone in a complete circle.
I take it because it's just before we turn this corner. I kind of feel it, like I can't explain it, but I kind of feel like, wait a minute, it already feels like one giant circle. And I look over at the plaque, and I just elbow it, just give it an elbow, out of anger, and just like keep moving on. And is there a direction we didn't go yet?
Yeah, so if he keeps his hand hand on the wall, it's gonna take him around the direction that you didn't go.
Where he is right now. Okay, cool. I almost have some. Yeah, go a little bit further up.
and you continue down a very long hallway.
I'll call it finished at this intersection. I'm gonna smash it there and see if there's anything at the intersection.
You turn the
hammer.
intersection and it goes around a corner. One end looks to be a dead end. The other looks like it has two possible exits.
My at this point my travel leading is finished. So
I love it
can-
that Brazino's just like, I'm gonna stay on the wall.
yeah.
We're
The wall
we're
thing's
going to
great.
do very very heartily by what Eric would do. So for
Exactly.
Brazino, that's perfect. Okay. Next up is Gnostis.
Actually, if you want to go by the order that it would by numbers wise, I don't think it's now in descending order. So Drados has a 1 after a 7.
Oh. Hold on. He has the 1 after the 7. I believe it was supposed to be you. Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. It would be Drados. There we go. Let's go all the way back through to Drados. Drados, you're in the lead now. Are you just
Very
going
well.
to follow Brazino as he plods along?
In Brazino we trust.
Even
Yeah,
after being
absolutely.
taunted by the plaque. Okay.
So to keep my hand on wall, I keep my hand on wall.
That's good.
Yeah. You're going to have that voice down better than Gnosis' voice by the end of this.
I don't even remember Gnostis' voice, so I have Brazino.
As you come around the corner, you find what looks like a grave. The floor has actually been cut away in this section, and somebody took the time to bury someone here.
Can we tell how long this has been here?
Give me an investigation roll.
What are you doing? Playing D&D or something? Oh yeah, crushed it.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Why did you roll 2?
I didn't. The 24 was checking the empty corridor. Remember?
Oh, right, yeah. It's hard to tell the stone when it was broken. It doesn't seem like it was within the last week. That's as far as you can tell. How much further off than that? You would need someone skilled in these kinds of things, and that's not you.
Akira elbows Gnostis. Do you think they got last rites?
I think past last rites at this point. They've been interred. Yeah.
All right.
This is a
Brazino
dreadful
is
place.
gonna, he's gonna very gingerly, like, along the wall around this marker and around the edge here.
that is like dirt, like a mound of dirt. Correct?
Yeah, the actual stone has been like pulled up here, and there's dirt, which looks like it had been like packed down on top of someone.
Okay. And that kind of grave marker stick thing over there is actually there or no? It's
Yes,
just
it
a mound.
is.
What is that?
This, you've seen like burials like this. This is really unusual for people in Theros. They normally don't get buried like this.
I want to kneel down in front of the mound, put away my shield and weapon for a moment, and dig both my hands into the dirt. I'm not digging. I'm just digging my hands, getting like 2 handfuls of the dirt there, And then I want to wipe it across the front of my main and ask, knowing that this doesn't happen often, and that this is this is something that may not even happen, but going, this person's destiny came too soon, but may their loss extend my own destiny. Clothis, what has become of this person?
Roll me a religion check. Knowledge, religion, I know, but
I'm gonna bless it.
okay.
Because I am not great with this.
No. But it could
Obviously.
be destiny.
It could be destiny. And then a plus on that for bless. So 14.
14. Let's see here. I'm actually going to roll a die for this. I'm going to roll 2 dice for this because I don't get to roll dice all that often. Oh. Oh, yes. Numbers on dice. Nothing happens. You look down at this grave dirt that is now on your paws and your mane. And you get kind of a feeling that maybe you should keep a little bit of this dirt with you. It might be useful.
Is the cylinder that I took from the construct, like, for the most part, enclosed except for one side?
No, both sides are open.
Okay. I probably have a little bit of some sort of pocket in my, like, costumed leather armor, gladiatorial armor. So I'll put a little bit of it in there, and also I have quite a bit of it in my main now too. So that probably counts for something.
Oh, you're covered in grave dirt.
Yeah, I have it like on the bottom end. Okay.
Drados.
And
what are you doing?
I'm thinking. I guess I'll ask the party. How much of a hurry are we in?
Ooh, that is a good point. It actually has been a while. You probably are all starting to get hungry as you feel it's probably past midday and starting to get into early evening.
I don't know.
It's on your plan.
We could stay here and research, and I could see if there's something more than the mundane about this grave, or we could move on.
I don't know why, but I agree there is more to be driven from this. Gnosis, we may not worship the same god, but something tells me we should collect more of this grave dirt.
Okay. While they're doing that, Drados is going to pull his book out and start drawing symbols in the air, and is going to ritual cast Detect Magic. It'll take 10 minutes.
Interesting. Okay. Anyone else doing anything in that 10 minutes?
Akira's going down to right here. And she's going to just make a tiny hole and put one of her seeds in there and cover it up.
Hold on. I think I need to reload.
Oh no.
Because I'm not getting any response from... Where did you move to, Fakira?
Right there.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Everything's working just fine. So you move over and you make a little hole in the grave dirt to start planting. So as you start planting it in the soil, you actually see that the seed starts to turn black.
Turn what?
Black. As if it's starting to, like, burn up a little bit.
Not good, not good, not good. And she stands up and she takes a couple steps back.
Anyone else? No. You're muted. Mutes in the chat, please.
After
Yeah.
so death is my purview. Might even say my domain.
Uh-huh.
So after we see the blackened that Fenazi getting a feeling, I would like to crouch down and kind of dig my fingers into the dirt and kind of try to I don't know what you'd like me to roll for this. Get a sense of the deathiness that's happening.
The deathosity.
Sure.
The deathosity.
Yeah.
No, this has a
Yes.
level 18.
Just like,
on it.
yeah, taste the grave dirt a little bit. I can, I've buried a lot of people.
Right.
I've getting a lot of last rites.
Right.
I worship death, or the god thereof, and the money that comes with it.
So, give me... I feel like wisdom actually would be probably the better thing here than, like, knowledge religion. Just go ahead and give me a straight wisdom roll.
Having my character sheet open would be nice.
Yeah, that probably would do a lot of help. Deathiness.
There's me. So just straight wisdom. Okay, so I'm obviously going to bless it.
Okay. Well, I should bane this. I should bane this
see
just,
you reaching...
just to use it. Just to use it.
Are you doing anything obvious as you're pondering and investigating with your religion-y bits?
With my religion-y bits?
Which bits are those?
Well, it depends on the task at hand.
But I have a clue to give you guidance.
I mean, I'm clearly crouched down and like
you don't
contemplating.
You don't have to. You don't have to look at. We're not so like anti-meta here that you know you can be like, oh, you're gonna do something like investigatory. Sure, just do it. Okay. So here's my bane against that.
Wow. Fuck yeah.
Well.
Let's roll a bless. All right, you're only taking one off. And then just a straight wisdom roll, you said?
Yes, and this is going to be a roll of 17 in order to divine some real pertinent information here. Oh.
How about an at 20? Does that work for you?
Yes, that works.
Does that work?
You taste the soil, and it actually stings your skin a little bit as you bring it up to your lips. And the feeling is totally alien to anything pertaining to Erebos. But it is most certainly the essence of death, or even perhaps undeath, but not in a way that you have experienced before. From a meta perspective, this soil leaches black mana, but does not possess any essence of Erebos or Phoenix. Neither one of them is involved in this. However, it is so saturated with darkness or evil energy, it physically burns living flesh as it touches it. You get the feeling that whatever is buried in there is very unusual. It definitely has to do with death, but absolutely nothing to do with Erebos.
Hey, Sarah.
Yes?
You ever seen something like this?
No, I have not. Welcome, Gilded Troll. Thank you so much for the raid. Please, thank you so much for coming in. If you are not following the Gilded Troll, get on over there. They do some great D&D. Learn tons of things from them. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are still in the heart of the labyrinth, and around a dead end, the party has found a grave dug up from the stone, with grave dirt that actually burns the skin and emanates dark power. No, I have not seen this before, Sarah says. I will take note of it to mark down some of these terrible things that Nestoris has done. I can't believe he's done these things to us, to underneath our own noses this whole time. He's a terrible man. Hi, Jables.
You got any pouches or anything?
No. Nostis, as you like notice that, you turn around and you look at like Fanaze, and Fanaze is just like, what? And you see that his like mane is actually smoking a little bit, like right on the tips where he rubbed it on his mane.
I'll brush it off from my hands really quickly, put my gloves back on because I do wear very nice gloves. And then I'll immediately just like stand up and just kind of grab Fanazi's mane and just kind of give it a shake. And then just hold out like the burning bits in front of his face.
What are you doing? Oh, was that me?
It was indeed you, Leonin. There is something.
It was.
Thought that smell was the grave.
Oh. To an extent it is. There is something here that reeks of death, but it is not Erebos.
You think these are the answers he was talking about?
If there are answers to be found, they may, in fact, be here.
So we gotta dig, huh?
I have no qualms in digging this up. This is not normal death.
Could I use Mage Hand to at least try to move the dirt away?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And by now, your detect magic has gone off indeed, and the dirt is emanating like essence of necrotic magic, like it's kind of wafting up, like it's radiating from the dirt. The dirt is contaminated with this evil energy, and it is potently coming off of it. The smell, now that you've even kind of noticed it too, is kind of like a little burny as well. Aside from that, nothing else is emanating magic around you. Aside from your friends' raiments that are magical items.
I see Stratos doing that, and I'm like, yeah, good idea. And I start using my mage hand to dig too.
Ah, okay. It's gonna take a while for you guys to get to anything. Do you want to all take like a long rest or whatever while you're here? Or just a short rest? Have some food, and time will pass.
Really good idea.
Maybe not a long rest. Maybe just a short rest.
Yeah.
Okay. So if anyone needs to re-roll, I think you're all doing relatively well in terms of health and all of that. But
let me find Brazino's.
I think he got hit pretty hard, but I think he took some time to do something about it.
I don't think I could do anything about it anyway, but I can at least use his character sheet since it's on our wonderful website.
Yeah. All right. As time goes by, you move all of that dirt to the side. And you find a corpse. But something is strange about the corpse. The corpse has obviously been here for a while. But it is not decayed. It looks to be almost as fresh as the day it was staked through the chest and the heart. Evil seems to emanate off of this pale man, garbed in strange clothes, beautiful even in death, with a stake through his heart, a wooden stake. He lays about 6 feet down, so it took you quite a while to get all of that off.
What is this abomination?
Do I know what this abomination is? I feel like.
No, vampires are not a thing in...
So it's a vampire.
Yes.
Should we
Sorry, I
disturb its
think I'm-
rest?
I'm gonna smack him on the side of the head with my mage hand.
Oh, you tap the head and nothing happens.
Don't know what to do. He's dead, but he doesn't look dead.
Oh, this is very strange, Sarah says in the background. We might not want to touch his body any further. There could be evidence that we are disturbing. I don't like the feeling of this anyways.
Hey, Dibble, could I leave him in the ring?
Don't touch him, Kira. Don't touch that thing.
Oh.
Those things are terrible. They've been the destruction of many places. I've seen it before, my own hands. Don't let it touch you. If it gets up, run as fast as you can.
She's just slowly walking back as he's telling her that she's like, Dibble says don't touch it, it's really, really bad.
Who's Dibble? Sarah
Oh my
says,
gosh, you haven't met Dibble. Okay, so, and she just starts telling
This is not the
Sarah.
time for this.
Oh, he's my friend. He's not from around here. He knows what that is, and it's really bad.
Do we burn it?
He didn't say. He said don't touch it. If it gets up, run for your life. Maybe we should bury it again.
Yeah, return it to the state at which it rested before.
Yeah. Okay.
You spend all this time reburying it.
Yeah.
Strange.
All this time, just, like, use my shield to scoop it back in.
Yes. You notice as you remove like the dirt from it, the dirt actually begins to like lose some of its like potent nature, and as you like put it back, it is. But even the dirt that you have in your pocket still, Fanaze, like you can smell the acridness on it. As long as it like stays in a clump with itself, it seems to keep some of that radiating darkness in it.
I'm seeing it did what it did. I'm going to grab the bit that I did stuff away in a small pocket and just pull out one of my hand axes and just graze the blades of the 2 hand axes I have with it.
Interesting. You use black mana to add a +1 onto your next attack roll, and it uses up the potency of the dirt as you do so.
Okay, so anything used with those gives a +1?
Just for one single attack.
Okay. Gotcha. And that's it, because I probably used all the dirt that I had left. So.
Yes, all of the potency in that dirt that you had, you've used.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I've used more than my fair share of 10 minutes.
Yes, it is certainly past time for that. Brazino, are you going to also control him in the turn, Ryan?
We could just. I mean, it's him and then me, so we could just kind of do like a.
Double.
And I think we can guess what Rosina would do.
Oh yeah, he's going to continue on with his
Going to
arm against the
keep my-
wall.
Hand on the wall. That is what I will do.
You're
So
pretty
yeah.
good at that.
Yes. Nostis does express his unease at leaving this behind us, though.
What are we to do, though? Sarah says.
I still feel we should burn it.
When the Justicars are informed, we will dismantle this whole place, and we will deal with that thing in the way that Afara judges. And
Justicars that are more adept than you, I suppose.
yes,
And I walk away.
of course. Are you coming, Finaze? There we go.
Yes.
And you begin to travel down another long corridor. Ooh. Which quickly turns to the right. And into a dissecting hallway, which fortunately is not trapped, as he just blunders right over it. Hold on just 1 second there. Okay, you can continue on.
Yeah. And Brazino, yeah,
He just continues on.
Yep. Every time we get to like a thing like this where we can clearly see there's an inn, Nostis will just wait, and Brazino will
Go all the way around.
will make his way around
Yes.
all of the
Kira's
things, and then
following
Nostis will
dutifully.
just
Dutifully.
Um,
Wow, that's great.
pick
Stratos
back
is
up.
also. I don't know if we're still seeing that lair, but as we're walking around, he's keeping an eye out for those tracks.
Yes, you don't see any. So I'm going to speed this up just a tiny bit, because you are going to follow this all the way around. Just everyone stay right where you're at, and Brazino and Nostis, go, go, go. Just go,
I was
go,
gonna say,
go.
listen, Brazino needs to touch all these walls.
Oh, he's going to touch all of the walls. Just keep going. Everyone else stay right where you are. You follow a long track all the way down to a dead end with a plaque.
Wait. Okay, I gotta make sure I hit all the right walls.
Aha. You're making sure you get all of the right walls. Okay. With a plaque. And the plaque says, Have you been here before? How can you be sure?
These stupid plaques. What weapons does he have? Let me look at his character sheet.
He's got a long sword and some javelins. I don't know what else he has.
I would like to take my longsword and then just with like the butt end of it, just like crack into the plaque and make sure I put a nice big old ding on it.
Oh, yeah. It's really soft, so he just puts a big
Yeah.
old dent right in the center of it.
And then he immediately puts his hand back on the wall and continues on with
And
Nostis in
continues
tow.
on. Excellent.
Yeah. Let's flip these guys.
So that he's against the wall. All right. Everybody can see him, correct? So
Yeah.
everybody saw that?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
good.
We were there in spirit.
Where is
Dead
Sarah
end.
at? Dead end, indeed. Where did Sarah go? Oh, she's right there underneath. You follow around the other way. A long way. A long corridor that turns, and another plaque. But a light kind of comes off of it, and you see, on the other side of the plaque, an opening to two double doors. Large double doors, each with the face of a bull engraved on them in bronze. The plaque reads, "What is the purpose of a maze? Surely there are better security systems than a puzzle. I am certain that the purpose is not to hide something in the center. It has been a great learning experience building it, and I am sad that you are here at the end. I hope you find what you hoped for.
It's another trick. What's he trying to tell us?
Only one way to find out.
It's
You're gonna open it again with magic?
It's been probably longer than 10 minutes at this point.
So did it go to Gnostis then at some point?
No, I meant in terms of
Detect magic.
in terms of detect magic.
Yeah, that would have dropped. on it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Before we open this, there could be anything behind it. Is it worth the risk of maybe using one of those items we found before? The boots at the club.
Oh. Yeah.
If this whole thing is just a game to Nesteros, perhaps we're meant to succeed. Maybe they were there to help us.
Maybe we should look at them a little closer.
Who had what again?
They're in the
They're
portable
in the
hole.
hole,
They're in the hole,
along with a bunch of pillows.
along with a bunch of pillows. Are you suggesting casting Identify on them? Is that what you're
I
hoping
have
to
the
do?
money to do that. Pretty sure don't have the cashola.
Ah, okay.
not pearl rich at the moment.
Okay. All right. Well then, unless you're capable of identifying them, you might not discover exactly what their purpose is at this point in time.
Do I get the feeling that they both require attunement?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you could figure out what kind of magic they are. Meta.
Meta. Yeah, I know. We
They're,
had a short rest. We even took a short rest earlier. We probably should have.
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
Should have pulled them out while you had detect magic up.
Oh well.
Yeah.
So who is going to put their head in that door?
Zine.
Kira.
No.
And probably Brazino.
Okay.
No, I can't kill his character anyway.
No. Sit. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tat. Catch a leonin by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And she goes up to the right one and uses, hopefully, a mage hand to open it, but she's right there.
How it can push 10 pounds, right?
Yeah.
It's a very heavy door. And it does
Man,
not budge under the push of your mage hand.
Okay. She wiggles her little tail and pushes it open.
You push it open, and you can go ahead and peek into the room. A large room. It stinks, and it's actually filled, with something. Hold on, before you move any further in. Let me bring these layers into the map layer, because that's where they should be. With this...
I don't know. So what's weird about Brazino's token is that it's light everywhere he can't see and dark where he can.
Oh, interesting. That's bizarre. I will do something about that for you.
Yeah, it's
Emanating
similar
magical
to me
darkness. Yeah.
too. Yeah, it's a weird, like, reverse thing. It seems to have changed once I entered this room, though.
Probably because he's not in the room yet. Once he gets in here, I'm sure we'll be shrouded again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
alright.
that happened all over again, yeah. So,
Interesting. So what do we see?
This purple smoke wisps around the room, and it stinks. It stinks very badly.
Like, stinks like it's hurting us.
Like it could hurt you a little bit.
is this giant bull's head
Visible
insignia, like, on the floor?
on the floor. Yes, indeed it is. You can see to the left and right of you that in the walls there are full-on, like, minotaurs, like, lined in the walls as well. Over here, it's just like minotaurs and like different poses and all sorts of things. And as you guys walk around yourself, you can hear the jangle of a chain in the back as it hits the ground on the other side of the obscuring purple smoke.
Hello?
You hear a bellow and the clomp of hooves as it starts to approach you. I know we're in initiative order right now, but I'm going to clear it so that everyone can get ready for a little bit of fighting. As something heinous, ugly, awful steps out of the smoke towards you. Come on. Come here, you.
No.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This
Oh,
is karma.
oh, no, indeed. Let me pull up what you are looking at and also change the music to something a little more appropriate. A huge bullvine-like creature stomps out of the purple smoke. You can see it breathing this material at you as well. It has a skull-like head and multiple horns and huge mane coming off of its back. It stomps towards you and bellows at you. You all have heard of this terrible mythical creature called a Catablupus. But you never thought you would see one, and now you are face to face with one. Everyone roll initiative.
Well, I'm walking right out the door.
Walking right out the door? Yes, you can try to do that on your turn. But right now, it's initiative
All right,
time,
well, I guess
baby.
I can't walk out the door. All right.
Oh, God.
Cool.
That is abysmal.
Ooh, it worked.
Add to turn.
That's interesting.
What's that?
So my roll was a Nostos roll, but on the bottom you can see it says Brazino the Fourth, so I can just roll right off his character sheet.
Oh, nice.
Everything's fine. Yeah.
And for the Catablupus. Okay. Everybody rolled. Let's get this bad boy going. At the top of the round, Drados. You see this Catablupus step in out of the purple smoke and looks at each one of you. What are you going to do?
So you said we all know what this is. Do we? What is it?
So a Catablupus is a warped bovine creature that has been warped by the presence and influence of Mogus. And it is, well, by Ferrica, for Mogus, essentially. And it breathes nasty, choking fumes. It has the ability to kill with its gaze and a nasty mace tail that it can swing around and smack into you. This one looks... You've never seen a Catablupus before, but it's even more menacing than your imagination could be. To think that it would only swing its tail at you seems a little... you would prefer it to swing its tail at you instead of look at you or gore you.
Sweet.
Sweet indeed.
Fun. Do I have any sense if it's dead or not, or undead?
It's not undead. It's a living creature.
Okay.
It's a monstrosity.
Let's see here. So as it's coming out, Dorado sees this thing coming, and he, before it can see us and sees him, he's going to cast Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
And he is going to craft an illusion in the mind of the Catablupus, or try, of a Shivan dragon.
A Shivan dragon.
But a small one, because it has to fit in the room. Because he's not really sure what a Catablupus would be scared of, but everybody's scared of dragons.
Uh-huh. Okay. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Let's see here. Include sound, can use its action to examine the phantasm with an intelligence check against your spell save DC.
Okay, so basically you're summoning this thing and it's supposed to be afraid of it. So on its turn, it's basically gonna either need to examine it or run away, essentially.
Right, or try to fight it. Yeah,
Sure, sure.
right, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, that's just fine. Excellent. Are you gonna do anything else? Are you gonna move?
Yeah. I think he's gonna sort of retreat around the corner a little bit.
Excellent. Okay. I'm going to put this out because I forgot to do it last time, just so everybody can see. The AC is 14 for this creature. This creature bellows. I'm gonna need to get a dragon out, aren't I? Let's see if I can find a dragon. What a Shivan dragon? Really?
It's just, I don't know, it's just the most iconic dragon I could think of.
Uh-huh. I'm just like,
You can just choose any sort of
dragon,
red or green dragon would be appropriate. I guess it's a green dragon. Yeah.
I'll have to make it probably smaller. Here we go. Young green dragon. Ooh, wow. Okay. We can make it a little bit bigger than that. And where would you like it to be?
He would have put it just right in front of the door. Like, whatever direction he hears this thing's coming from. That's
like
where he's
right there, essentially. Right in front of... And everybody in the party, a dragon just appears in front of you as well.
I don't think it does, actually. It's in the mind of the creature.
Okay.
So no one sees anything.
Phantasmal Force is something that I have not worked with all that often.
Me neither. First time I've ever cast
First time, okay. First time for everything, though. Okay. Cool. The Catablupus recoils back in fear and looks at the dragon in front of it and tries to reconcile what it is seeing. So it's going to use its action to examine this thing to figure out if it should flee or what it should do. So here is a wisdom saving throw from the Catablupus.
It's intelligence. Sorry.
Intelligence.
Yeah, it's basically, it rolls investigation.
Okay.
It's my spell save
and
DC.
Your spell save DC is a
14.
14. Okay. It's going to be a 13 because its intelligence is 2 less than its wisdom. And so it decides that it needs to run away. And it does so. It flees into the corner. Just runs backwards, and as it does, it breathes out a bunch of purple smoke around it, and it disappears into the obscuring smoke. I'm actually going to take it into the GM layer as it disappears. Okay, fantastic. It is Brazino's turn. What is Brazino doing Ryan? Is he going to go run after the Catablupus?
Where'd it go?
Just disappeared into the purple smoke in the back.
We won. No, I guess he's at this point, if there's nothing in front and it just ran away, I guess he'll just he will take the dodge action.
Wow, very veteran
Most
move.
underrated move.
Very veteran
in
move.
D&D.
Very veteran move. Okay. Now it's your turn to figure out what to do for Gnostis.
I wonder what he's gonna do.
Gonna take the dodge action as well?
He's gonna take the dodge action.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Oh, and they're both going to move. Like, over here.
You weren't gonna try and go through the door?
I mean, I feel like I can't now, especially since twice you've said it.
I mean, you can at least check the door.
Alright, I checked the door.
It is locked. You cannot push back the other direction. If you investigate it, you might discover why.
Sure, let's investigate the door.
Sure.
Oh, bless it. Where's my investigation? It's alphabetical order. There it is. Did that do anything?
Yep, it came up with a 9.
Oh, I thought I rolled my 1d4. I didn't. So 12.
You give the door a quick look over, and the door is designed to only open from the outside. So you can come in here, but you cannot go out. There's something in the room, perhaps, that you need to find.
Probably an indoor.
Is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn. I move away.
Vanaze. This creature has disappeared.
Yeah, it's in the mist, right? Now, where the haze is exactly where it is, or is there a certain threshold where the whole section of the room is?
Yeah, so it seems
haze?
like there's this bank in front of you, and it's hard to see past the bank in front of you, really.
Like where the AC marker is that also hazed as well?
No, it is not. You could go over there if you wanted to.
Okay, so he seeing when he first sees the beast, he gets a little bit excited to see something not made of metal for a change, and he pulls out his spear, and then he pulls out his hand axe, and then he sees it like running away, and he's but he's very reluctant to go straight into this haze. He's already kind of had a run-in with something that feels uneasy and necrotic, so 35. Yeah, he's gonna go right up to, like, he's just right at the edge of it, just looking, and he looks out. He kind of sees Gnosis kind of like turn the corner as he's running by, and he looks behind them and shouts, "We have this!" And then he roars into a rage, looking into the necrotic haze.
And
And I'm enraged now.
and you're in rage now. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Nothing happens immediately. Fakira, it is your turn.
She raises her hand and she says, "Vanaze, I'll be right behind you." And she goes, whoosh, and she goes invisible.
Awesome. Okay.
She is going to be invisible and behind Vanaze.
Very cool. I'm going to put a marker on you. And what marker is that going to be? We've got some new ones, actually. I'm going to put the ninja marker on you,
Good choice.
as you are invisible. And it's going to come back to the end of the turn. At the end of the turn, you all hear clanking and whirling come from the walls as something begins to happen. Brazino and Nostis, you look behind you as you see one of the minotaurs that are built into the walls steps down off the wall and steps towards you with a raised battle axe. Let's see here. And one other one also appears as well. This one on the far side of the room. And it wades out towards all of you and through the smoke and gets to about right here. And they will go at the end of each turn. Drados, it is your turn. These minotaurs look like advanced versions of the ones that you encountered in the labyrinth. They are not on tracks.
Got it. So, Drado, I guess like as through the turn as they see and everyone's moving around, Drado says, "The creature fears some." That's not his voice.
we all lose it sometimes.
Yeah. The creature fears something that's in its mind, but I don't know how long it will be fooled. We should act quickly. And with that, he is. Let's see here. He's doesn't like the creatures very much, so he's gonna go. Sorry, how do I do the measured move?
Ooh, I have forgotten how to. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll just count it out with arrows. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. And I kind of do heroic movements too. So like consecutive corners are just 5 feet. It doesn't.
Gotcha.
We're not going to do real math here.
Okay, so he's just going to move away from the baddies, and he is going to. What does he see around in the room, like on the floor? Is this like as clean as the
Yes.
the rest of the labyrinth?
Yes, it looks like it is maintained regularly, and that living thing in the back probably makes quite a mess. So you're surprised you don't see like leftover of like food or feces. It stinks, like possibly feces in here, but it's hard to tell.
In that corner though, is that like a pile of something, braziers, or just
Yes, it is actually a burning brazier that is lit.
Okay. If there's a piece in there small enough, say less than 5 pounds, Drados is going to use catapult to lift up a piece of that and hurl it at the that minotaur in the bottom.
Telekinetic attacks, awesome. Go ahead and make the attack roll. Everything is AC 14 in here.
Okay. So he actually just rolls. If the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, here we go.
So it's a save or suck.
Save or suck. Here we go for the Minotaur. A 14, which I believe is your saving throw. Your saving roll, right?
Yes, my save DC is a 14.
Save DC is a 14. And, okay. It's funny because, like, it kind of is like...
didn't mean to do that.
Lower than 1.
Stop.
Your flaming projectile just bounces off the metal Minotaur, and you see sparks fly, and it doesn't seem to do any damage to it. Would you like to do anything else?
Nope. I think I'm good.
The Catabloopus. What are you going to do, Catabloopus? What are you going to do? Whoa, there's
How long
multiples
does
there.
that dragon stay in his mind?
So it's a minute at concentration, but every time he gets to keep, and technically on my turn, if it's nearby, I can have it attack him as well. And he believes it's so real, he actually takes fire damage.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
The Catabloopus is going to sneak over in the mist and get close for another look, and is going to try to come out
In his
of
mind,
this.
the dragon's just like not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's just like it's looking scary, but it's not up to much.
Well, there are reasons why it would come over and try to see what's going on. So it's going to do an intelligence saving throw, or an intelligence check, just a straight intelligence check, and we'll see what it can do. It spends its entire turn looking at this dragon thing and breathing breath on it to see if it can have something happen. And it starts to figure out that it isn't going to do anything and starts to feel a little bit better. And you hear it bellow again as it looks around and starts to fill the room more up with smoke. And it starts pushing it in your direction as well. It pushes it towards Fakira and Fanaze. And on your turn, Fakira and Fanaze, some things are going to happen. But it is not your turn yet. It is Brazino's turn. Brazino, what is Brazino the fourth junior doing?
What is, this thing is big. So am I melee to this thing right now?
You are
Right here?
not. No, it does not have reach. Oh, yes. Yes, so if you just step forward one, you'll be in melee range.
Gotcha. But so here's melee, but where I'm at right now is not melee.
That's correct.
Then I'm going to move across here, away from me. And I will now. So I don't know if you need to whisper me this or what. I just have his fighter abilities at this point, right?
That's correct. Oh, yeah, turn that down just
Yeah, music
a
up.
tad bit.
So then I will. What level are we?
4.
Damn
So
it. Okay, so I have one attack.
one attack. Yep.
Okay, I will bless one attack to. Do I have a shield? Is this the thing
Yes,
that I
you do have a shield as well.
Okay, all right. So I have my shield on. So I will one-handed swing my longsword at this guy.
All right. 14's
And I
the
will- and I
AC. Go ahead and do everything you. As soon as you know or you don't know the result, go ahead and describe it. You can even describe the failure if you like. If you don't hit it.
Okay. I will not bless this. I'm not going to use his blesses. I have a big plus. It's a low AC. Let's see what happens. So I just dodge across towards this brazier off to the side, bring up my shield, bring up my longsword, and Brazino smashes down with the longsword across this creature
And
for...
he crumples the metal on the shoulder of the creature, and it whirls and clacks at him as it continues to plod forward. Is there anything else you'd like to do or say?
I cannot disengage. Nope. That's it.
All right.
That's all I got.
Then it's going to be your turn, Nostis.
then I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will move way over here. And then I will look at my character sheet at what I can do. And I will get me spells. I'm a death cleric. Do I have that feature yet? Don't think I do. This guy is damaged. All of my stuff is saving throws. So I will toll the dead on this guy.
Okay. So that is a charisma
Wisdom
or
saving
wisdom
throw.
saving throw. Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Gosh, he has. That's not correct. Just a flat roll for him. He doesn't care about your death. He's a mechanical thing.
Wish we could bless the saving throws to make the,
exactly.
the
Bless your spell
AC
DC.
higher
Bane,
or something.
like
Yeah.
Bane the other
Almost,
person.
yeah. Like reduce their
Yeah.
their save by a bless. That would be fun.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I can do.
Okay. Fanaze. As you begin your turn, this nasty purple smoke begins to come around you. You breathe it in and it hurts your lungs. Give me a Constitution saving throw. The DC is 14 or else some bad things are going to happen.
Okay. Just double check. Effective Constitution saving throw. I'm going to bless it. I can bless it, right?
Yes, and I'm going to bane it as well because why not?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, just one.
Well, hold on. I got to bless it anyway. Oh, that's
Oh
8.
no.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes, it is all coming together.
Oh no.
So you're going to take a small amount of damage from this, but you're going to have disadvantage on one saving throw, which I'm going to roll randomly. So here is the damage that you're going to take. You take 2 damage as the as the smoke stings your eyes. So a 1 will be strength, a 2 will be dexterity, a 3 will be con, a 4 intelligence, a 5 wisdom, and a 6 is charisma. Wisdom saving throws. You have disadvantage on wisdom saving throws until you are cured of this poisoning.
Okay.
Fell into stinky gas. What would you like to do?
So, is this gas like very opaque, or can I see? Like, I can hear the construct, like Minotaur coming, but do I see it through this gas?
It's thinner on that far side. Hi, buddy. You see a little Minotaur baby come running through. Hi, Duder. Say hi to everybody. Yeah. It's time for night nights. Daddy's going to kill this entire... It's TPK time. Yep. All right.
And the heroes were never heard of again.
Yes.
No.
Next arc takes place in the underworld. All right, buddy. Time for sleepy sleeps. Come on. Here we go.
There's some good eye rubbing.
Bye-bye. Here. Here you go, buddy. Don't forget that. Oh, what a cutie. What a cutie patootie. Okay. So you can, of course, see the Minotaur. It's as the smoke gets further to the back that it becomes a
Right.
bit more opaque. Like you have no idea where the Cataplupus is, but you can still see the Minotaur plodding through.
Right. Okay. And I see the Minotaur with Brazino behind me too, right?
Yes,
I can see that enough. Okay.
smoke is considerably thinner behind you.
Okay. Look around. Frustrated. Akira, wherever you are, follow me. Keep the pride together. And I retreat back, and I start heading towards the Minotaur where Brazino is.
Oh.
15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, just enough. And I still have the spear and the hand axe in my hand, and so I've just, I'm just doing this on an instinct, which is why I didn't switch my weapon. So I'm going for a 1-2, once with the spear and once with the hand axe. So I'm going to go with the hand axe first. Just make sure my stuff is all set up. Okay, good. And the thing is, I'm holding it. Right, so there it is. Okay. So hand axe, and that hand axe has a +1, right? Because of the dirt?
Yes, on this single attack. So +1 to attack and +1 to damage.
Okay. Okay, so
nice.
that. So I go to where I see, where it's crumpled from Brazino's, and I try to get try to aim it through under the plate, and I catch it in there, and as I pull out, I try to angle it, so I pull the plate off a little bit, or even take it off completely. The damage will be 10, and then plus my Divine Fury. I'll be 6 + 2. So 10, 16 damage. Some of the 6 damage of that is necrotic, so I don't know if there's probably resistance or something to that.
It does not actually have resistance to necrotic. It takes the damage just fine.
Okay.
You split a piece of its shoulder off, but it turns to face you and fight you. It still seems to be in decent repair.
Right. So now that it's facing me, I'm guessing it's taller than us, so I'm shoving upward the spear into any sort of space I might see underneath its jawline.
Excellent.
And I'm going to bless this one.
This is your offhand attack?
So I have
this
is the cool thing with the feature. Yeah,
right.
If I have the specific 2-weapon fighting feature, then it all counts, and I have a +1 to my AC.
Awesome.
If it's 2 different weapons, which it is. So that I'm gonna bless this one and reckless attack this one.
Ooh.
Actually, can I do reckless attack this one? Okay, on that goes. And that's a one-handed, so 6, 7, 8, then plus the there again. Now, would that work would each attack have the Divine Fury? That's my question.
I can't see why not. It doesn't say one attack a turn.
Yeah. So 3 necrotic and 10 piercing, because it's a +2 weapon. So 13 damage total on that hit.
Oh man, you knock off chunks of this thing. Bits of metal go flying back. One of its horns leaves, and it looks down at you with this half face, and it kind of clinks as if it's not working entirely properly. but it still lifts up its axe to swing at you. Fakira, it is your turn.
Con save.
Yes, please. 14.
Bless.
Bane.
Well, I mean,
Aha.
let's see if I can get
yes.
a 12 on my
Yes,
D4, you guys.
Yes. 12 on your D4. Okay.
Oh, heck.
Okay. So you're going to take a small amount of damage, which is a D6. You're going to take 3 damage, and a random save is going to be disadvantage until you are cured. That save is intelligence. You have disadvantage on intelligence saving throws as the smoke muddles your mind. And I will get some music going again.
So I have to make another con save to keep concentration.
Yes, you do.
Can I bless this one too?
Sure.
Thank God, this better be a. I mark off the D4, but woo, thanks.
Using them
Okay.
all up. Excellent. Okay.
All right, so I saved, so I'm still invisible. Oh, that stinks real bad.
Oh, it stinks real bad.
And I come over and I say, Trados, I'm right here. Don't run into me. Ugh. And I'm going to take the dodge action because I don't know what's going on.
Excellent. The end of the turn, we're going to take a break for a few minutes to do a bio break. The Minotaurs will go as soon as we come back. Hopefully, you guys can survive the onslaught of the Minotaurs. Find out after the break here on the Adventure Archive. We will be right back shortly. Hi, welcome back to the Adventure Archive, Mythic Odysseys of Theros, Meletian Mystery. Our heroes have finally made it to the center of the labyrinth, only to be greeted by a big fight. Mechanical minotaurs. Yeah, big mechanical minotaurs and a caged catablupus that seems to be hiding in the fog. Before we left, it was the end of the turn, and the minotaurs are closing in on the party. Fanaze goes walking by and takes the attention of the other minotaur as he does, which comes in behind him and then goes in with a battle axe on Fanaze's back. He was going to get advantage anyway, so here we go.
That's right. Yeah.
It didn't roll twice, unfortunately, but that still
It
hits
hits.
you.
Yeah.
Here we go. 18 damage as it slams its battle axe down into your back with a weird, like mechanical whirl as it does so.
That's 9 damage done, right?
Yes. Halved. The other one turns its head away from you, Fanaze, and like yanks the spear out of its mangled face and turns towards Brazino and swings an attack at him. Oh, and critically fails. Wow. Okay. I'm going to let Brazino use his reaction to make an attack as the Minotaur begins falling to pieces under the attack. It swings down and loses its balance because it's missing parts of its body, allowing Brazino to attack. Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll the damage.
I think I clicked the wrong thing.
Yeah, my roll everything hasn't been working. I think I the reset and I need to change all of the settings again.
Oh, okay. So disregard the 20 roll.
Okay.
But this should give me the damage. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
disregard the 20 roll.
Okay. So let me look at the actual damage. So it's literally just it was 1d8 plus 7, which was a 7. So it is 14 plus whatever we call crit. So it's just 14 points of damage.
Tell me about how Brazino cuts this thing into 2 pieces.
So he's previously swung with the longsword and it like crushed into the shoulder, and then he pulled back with the longsword. Fanazi came down, the other one came clomping down, and it swings at him. He dodges out of the way. He pulls back, strikes again in the same spot, and it just crunches through like a can opener and just kind of peels the thing open.
It tumbles into pieces at Fanaze and Brazino's feet.
Ha!
Drados, it is your turn.
Okay. Would Drados would he get a feeling that the creature is no longer being fooled?
I'll let you make an Arcana check on that, or because there's no other way I can imagine that you. Since
I mean, it's like meta. It's a concentration spell, so I'm no longer holding concentration. But yeah, I'll give it a roll.
16. Gosh, I mean that kind of seems. Let me roll off against it. Let's roll off. Let's roll off here. You had a +6. I'm gonna do +4 just for funsies' sake. Okay.
Sure.
Yes, you feel like your spell is going to waste currently. You're not exactly sure why, but it seems like something should be going on and it's not.
Okay. That's not a good feeling. So I think Drados is going to ready action for. He's going to cast a spell when he sees the creature.
Well, he doesn't have to wait long because emerging out of the purple smoke comes the Catablupus with its head down, charging straight towards you and Nostis. And it's going to use its move action and another. Oh, actually, let me bring it up to the token layer here and show you what it does. So basically, it comes charging out of the smoke towards you, at you and Nostis, with its horns down, and I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw as it tries to gore both of you. 14 is the skill check.
Does my ready action not go off first?
You can go first,
okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to use Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
Which is all... So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that's not the right one. Does it tell you? Gosh, even with a -4, that still does well. Here we go. Okay, so that's the correct stat. Not dex. Oh, fuck. It fails. That's what happens. It fails its saving throw. As it charges.
Okay, so it takes 3d6 psychic damage.
Ooh.
And rolled pretty poorly.
What are the negative bits that happen here?
So on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action.
Ooh.
It only gets to do one of those.
Okay. Its mind becomes parceled, I suppose, by this. But that doesn't make you feel very good because it still charges in with its horns at you. Both you and Nostis need to give me dexterity saving throws. I'm actually going to toss Fakira into this too, because it just kind of slams into the wall past all of you. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Fakira, as
Can it hit a 20-foot range?
Its movement, sure. Yeah, it should be able to do that. 14 is the saving throw here.
All right, well, I'll bless this.
Whoops. I hit it
Oh
twice.
wait, no, saves still the same.
And you failed both times.
I'll bless mine.
So can I at least take my first one when I bless it? Give me a hope.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, I got a 16.
Whoop, not one DR. Hey.
Fakira, did you still fail that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She has a 13.
The other two seem to block your view just slightly as they dive out of the way of the charging Catablupus. It does 12 damage to you as it slams you up against the wall. And it's actually going to finish its move on the other side of you in contact with Brazino. Oh, wow, very nice.
Whoa.
Wow, you're still invisible. Thank you so much for the Bane, Ninja Rob.
I'm gonna
No.
use my reaction to reduce the damage.
Okay.
If I can find it. D12. Okay. 9 plus 2 2, so 11. So I only take 1 damage.
Oh, dang. Dang, that's useful. It just
I'm short.
slams you up against the wall and... Meh.
Just like rubber. She just like compresses slightly, but then just pops back.
Oh, I will... Okay, Brazino the 4th Junior, it is his turn. The Catablupus has just knocked over the brazier behind him as it charged through your companions against the wall.
All right. Well, I know what I would do. I don't know what Brazino would do since he has 1 attack. I'm going to move him. I guess where he is fine. And actually, if she's invisible, I guess I probably wouldn't get flanking since he's not even aware of her.
Oh yeah,
being there, so she's not a threat, right?
No, don't. Yeah, not gonna get anything from that. He doesn't even know. Nobody knows. It's just a dumb. Well, it's not a dumb beast. It's just a beast that slammed itself into a wall to try and kill people.
Yeah, cool.
Its defense isn't being like aware of what's around it. Its defense is its thick skin.
Oh, I wonder if the +2 for dueling is automatic in here. I'm sure it is.
He went dueling? Because you can't have a shield with that, can you?
Yeah, you can. You just can't have another weapon in your other hand.
Okay.
Yeah, when you wield a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons.
Okay.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna hit him because I don't think Brazino would have the wherewithal to disengage and do all of that, or that he even would with something right in front of him. What's up?
It doesn't have a reaction right now.
Oh, and it doesn't have a reaction right now. So I'm gonna hit it.
Probably wouldn't know. Like you just saw this like crackle of light
It's
just like it come out at him.
Yeah. So I hit him. I slash across some part of its disgusting form. And then this thing is like a giant, gross, nasty beast spewing purple shit, right?
Yes.
I think he would try to run away then. And he's gonna move.
Yeah, so it can't do anything. It tries to swing out its tail, but can't.
Can't do it. All right. So he hit and runs.
Excellent. Nostis, it is your turn.
I feel like this is not cantrip time. I feel this is hit with harder stuff time. So what I would like to do... What happens if I cast this at a higher level is what I want to know.
What is it? Okay. I need to separate.
No, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast
Indeed.
Toll the Dead at it because it has been hit already. We're not 5th level, so that doesn't help. So I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on it and needs to do a Wisdom save 14.
And does it get disadvantage on this or anything, or?
I don't think so. I think I get extra damage because it's already been damaged.
Okay.
If it fails.
Here
if
I
it
go.
fails.
Ooh.
Okay, so then I get if it has already been damaged, I do 1d12. So that's 6 points of damage. And that's a cantrip, so as a bonus action, I'm gonna do the old oh my god, why am I forgetting all my Victor move? And I'm going to bring out that's Brazino, spiritual weapon.
Oh, good.
And I'm going to bring out the spiritual weapon at 2nd level.
What is this?
What does it look like?
Yes, what does it look like?
What's a cool death symbol of Erebos? Or is there a death symbol within Theros that's appropriate?
Whips are his weapon of choice.
Whip it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I can find a floating whip. It's just like a lot of like people with like whips in their hands. That would be kind of interesting, like a dead person with a whip in their hands.
Like a severed hand, just like bone sticking out the end.
Yeah. I mean, it misses, but it's at least it's on the field.
It sounds really cool too. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do something a little interesting here, and I think I'm just gonna have to put in like a token to take up space for it right now, because there isn't anything appropriate in the stuff that I can look up. So my apologies for that. I'll work on something for it. Let's see here.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, so I'm only. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's only cast at first level. I can't cast it at second level.
Okay.
But it's just a first level casting. It doesn't make a difference unless I cast it above third.
I'm gonna put out just a little spear thing right here for right now.
That works. Can I just have control of it?
Sure.
Yeah, seriously, we're fighting in a corner in the biggest room we've seen in the entire campaign.
Uh-huh.
We're all in a corner.
The rest of the room
Tiniest
smells
corner.
bad. We're trying to, and you know, we spent so much time in the corridors. We feel safe when the walls are close
In
by.
tight spaces.
Yeah. This checks out.
And there wasn't a single gelatinous cube.
Your attack misses, unfortunately. Does not strike the mark. But it is there.
Cool. All right, and that is me.
Fakira. Oh, excuse me. It is Finaze's turn? Yes, it is Finaze's turn.
Yeah, because no sisters went. Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know, the Minotaur in front of me grabbed my spear and pulled it out from itself and went to go swing at Brazino. And just as that happens, I just feel the slicing through my fur of the battle axe at my shoulder blade, and I stumble forward a few steps and turn around and stumble back and knock into the already like defeated one behind me as it clatters to the ground from that killing blow. And I'm finally looking up at the one that hit me. Another one. And I look over at the Catablip, it's like dragging its horns against the wall. I'm like, it's so close. I could taste, getting this thing, but I can't get to it yet. And I go again with another 1-2 with the spear and the axe. Come on, where is it? Oh yeah, actions again. That's gonna be 13. Shoot. Yeah, that's a 13.
That just barely misses.
Just barely misses, and then with the hand axe, that one I am gonna bless. So I didn't call the last one, unfortunately. Okay, but this one I am gonna bless. Yeah, and then, well, it's blessed, but don't need to.
Excellent.
And that'll be with the D6. Because it's the first creature I make a successful hit to, right? So that would count. Okay.
Yes.
It's kind of like a divine smite thing. Oh, wow. Okay, so 6, so 8, 5, 6, 7. So 15 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What a hand axe strike.
What an hand axe strike. Yeah, holy smokes. So the first one, I thrust upwards, and it just kind of shrugs out of the way. but it turns the opposite shoulder, and I bring my arm up to a slash and like kind of turn slightly to let it follow through and get it between the plates in the joint of its arm.
Oh, and it whirls and clanks as bits of it break off under your really strong attack, but it comes forward and raises its axe to attack you again. But before that can happen, can you do anything else?
I'm gonna shout to Rosino, brother, to me. And that's it.
Excellent. It is Fakira's turn. Fakira, what are you doing?
Well, being hidden doesn't seem to be helping her much. So she is gonna... Oh, man. Oh, that smells so bad.
Yeah, you are actually within 10 feet of the Catablupus, and you have to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, or you're going to be poisoned. Actually, like it's yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't need it less.
Oh yes, excellent.
Okie dokie. And she's just gonna try and get away from the stink. A little less. Nope. There. She's back there. She's hanging with Gnosis.
Are you still invisible?
Currently, yes.
Okay.
But momentarily. Ow! Okay. Don't stand next to it. Smells bad. And she's gonna become visible as she casts Eldritch Blast.
Oh, she did the warlock thing.
The warlock! Bless. She didn't need to bless that either, but anyway.
Oh, I gotta take 2 off of you now.
Yep.
Very nice. Oh man.
So that was at the Catablupus. Sorry.
No problem.
So the little swirls of light as she begins to apparate just come out of her little wand and go chunk directly in his flank.
It kind of makes a strange guttural noise as it recoils from the attack and turns in your direction. It is the top of the turn now, unless you're going to do anything else.
Oh.
The Minotaur raises its axe up over Fanaze's head and swings down. It doesn't get get advantage
I didn't
on
do
this one.
reckless.
Okay.
Yeah, I did do reckless.
Here we go as it swings down at you. Oh, and just cleaves into you, doing 14 damage as the giant blade just smashes into you. So 7.
Yep.
But still a mighty blow.
I'm getting worn down a little bit now.
Yeah. Drados, it is your turn.
It's a good question. What is Drados going to do? So you said 10 feet within the beastie?
Yes, so you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
That was a big loser.
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't bless it.
You are poisoned. You don't take any damage, but you feel sick to your stomach as you just get the crud. So you'll have disadvantage on attack rolls, on a bunch of stuff. Until your next turn.
Got it. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Does that mean that do they get advantage on their saving throws against me?
No.
Okay. Just my actions.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So Drados narrowly avoiding getting gored to death, doesn't want to be in the perfect line of 4 people. So he's going to scoot over here.
And dance with the Minotaur, huh?
Yeah, and well, I mean, rocking a hard place. Let's see here. He is going to. I think we're gonna run back our old favorite Tasha's Mind Whip. So as he raises his hand and you see this sort of light purple flicker start to connect between the two of them, he says,
Not that one.
"You don't win. I've seen it." And he's going to use his portent to give the beast a save of a 5.
It is ordained to happen. So I guess you have to roll damage on that, correct?
Yeah.
3d6.
If we do a little better this time. A little better.
10. Yeah, that's pretty good. And it has to choose whether it takes an action, a reaction, or a bonus action on its turn, correct?
Move, action, or bonus action.
Move, action, or bonus action. Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I think I'm going to try to shove the Minotaur away from me, towards the wall.
Oh.
With the telekinetic shove.
And that's
so it's got a strength save DC 14. So I assume these things are pretty strong, but
pretty strong indeed. Still fails it though. Wow. It's meant to be. It takes damage, right?
Nope, just gets moved 5 feet. I'm just trying to move it out of melee from me.
Yeah, you move it out of melee from you, and it actually moves out of melee from Thanaze as well, allowing him to use his reaction to take an attack of opportunity on him.
Oh, nice. And that'll be that's a single action, correct?
Just one attack. Just one attack.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go for
He
a
doesn't
thrust
get
with
his
the
reactions.
Fanaze,
Oh, wait, no,
Fanaze
this-
does. Yeah, Fanaze gets his.
Yeah.
No, it's the Cataplepus that has
Yeah.
no reaction.
So I used my Stare of the Gorg and thrust it out, and I'm gonna bless it. So bless 14.
Ooh.
Right on.
Just exactly enough.
Just exactly. That's one-handed, and again, that's let's see.
14's exactly what he needed, Mama Guac.
Divine hit on each of you. Okay, this doesn't concern one. This isn't considered one of my turns, so Divine Fury wouldn't apply.
I don't think it would apply here.
Okay, yeah. So it's just straight up.
Well, I
10,
mean,
11.
This would be the
maybe,
first
yeah.
one this turn for you, so you could choose to use it. You just wouldn't get it during your turn.
Right. I'll say that. So
Okay.
11. So it'd be 13 damage in total.
Dang.
Yeah.
You take off more chunks of metal off of this thing. But it still seems to function. The Cataplepus. It's the Cataplepus's turn. And it is going to choose to take a specific action. It looks across at everyone and makes a kind of low guttural noise and locks eyes with Brazino. And its eyes begin to glow as it uses Death Ray. Brazino needs to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
You can roll that. I'm not rolling this.
Just gonna murder Eric while he's gone.
Yes.
Bless it, bless it,
Yes,
bless it,
yes.
bless it. Okay, and his modifier for a con save is +2, and you can roll 1d20 +2 plus 1d4. I'm not rolling to kill this guy.
Okay. Here we go.
No.
It is a fail. And 4d8. Let's do the damage here. He takes 17 damage as... Oh, except that he failed by more than 5. So, I'm sorry. He takes another of those as well. So, he's going to take 33 points of damage as it saps the life straight out of Brazino.
Ooh, you looking dead.
Yes. And that's its
He's
turn.
not there yet. He ain't dead yet.
He ain't dead
Holy smokes.
yet. It is Brazino's turn.
So he ain't feeling so good. And he knows, at least as far as he's aware, I suppose, that he has no lay on hands or anything.
He has no lay on hands. False life. Excellent.
Oh,
excellent.
man.
Gorgongon, thank you. So
All
much.
right. Don't forget, Steph dropped a bless on L2 as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Steph.
So false life, if I remember correctly, and I can just look at our thing and see what it says. False life at 2nd level, I get 1d4 plus 9. So I will roll 1d4. 1. Okay, so I get 10 temporary hit points. I have no access to his thing, so I'm just gonna add it to my hit points because they go first anyway.
Okay.
So I'm sitting at 3 with 10 temporary hit points right now. Thank you, Gorgon God.
Ooh.
As he just instinctively kind of lays his hand on himself and realizes that it fails. He... fuck. Eric, where are you?
I would love for him to be watching when I killed his character on stream while he wasn't here. That would be amazing.
I know, that's like the worst thing you could possibly do is kill someone's character while they're not there. What I want to do is run backwards and dodge and save Eric's character. What I think Brazino would do is charge forward at this Minotaur and attack. So that's what we're going to do.
Excellent.
Fanazi called for him.
Yeah, he did call for him. He did. So as he turns to run towards Fanazi, that death ray strikes him, and he just feels like his life sucking from him. But Fanazi called for him, his companion and fellow, and he is going to bless strike down with his longsword on this creature.
Whoa.
Oh, fudge. Gosh darn it.
Just that one. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so that's what he does.
Okay. Excellent. It is your turn then, Nostis.
So what Nostis is going to do is look at this creature, and he is going to cover his eyes and point at the Catablupus. And I need a DC 14 Constitution save, please. You piece of shit.
Was this something super
It
special?
doesn't matter. It didn't happen.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. And then, with his bonus action, he's going to strike with his spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Where are you, spiritual weapon? Oh, spiritual weapon's a second level spell to begin with, so it was the second level. It just didn't get the bonus damage because it's so that is the spell slot.
Ooh.
And that is not one there. Did I hit?
Yes.
Yes, for 11 points of damage on this thing.
Tell us about how your spiritual weapon attacks this thing.
So it's a whip. So it whips it. Whips it good.
It moos in a really negative way. A really unhappy moo. Something like that.
Yep.
And then it is Fanaze's turn. Oh boy.
How's this Minotaur looking?
He is looking. It's hard to tell because he's made of metal, but meta-wise, he's bloodied.
He's rusty. He's.
And okay, he's there with him. I see this death ray just rip into him. And I see that he's running towards me to sort this one out. But I also see Drados there, like, accompanying him, and I'm ready to get in the way of this thing so that he's not, he doesn't get any more of this. I put away as I run towards the Catablip, I put away my hand axe quickly into like the loop of my belt and pull out my trident. So I have my spear and my trident.
Awesome.
I squeeze the spear and I want to activate the last 2 slots of it to put poison damage in it.
Okay.
And I charge towards it. And I just roar out Clotis's name as I'm like coming down almost like a finishing blow bullfighter, just boom right into its back as hard as I can, see if I can get it. So I'm gonna bless and reckless attack.
I'm gonna bane it. I'm gonna bane it just to be a dick.
That's fine. That's good.
And your blessing.
And with my bless, that's going to be a 23. Oh, sorry, that's the two-handed. That's going to be a 18 one-handed.
Still hits even. Well, actually, so I'll just roll it because it's still going to hit no matter what I roll. Okay.
Right.
Hits.
Okay.
Yes.
So that hit. That's the spear. So right, it would have been 17, 18, 19, 20. And then the damage one-handed, so that there would be a 10 plus, that'd be 10, 11, 12 with rage, and then 6, so 18 damage on the spear. Yeah. So I plunge it down. It just goes short of its spine right next. I can feel the spear like scrape against the spine as I plunge that down, and the trident comes next. See if it doesn't like wiggle out of the way. If I'm reckless attacking, it's only on the first action.
You can reckless all day.
Yeah, I think you can reckless.
I can reckless all day. Okay, so this one will be this second one will be on that too.
And I'm going to bane this as well.
Blessed as well. So with bless. So that's one-handed 22. Right
Yes,
on 22.
of course.
Okay. And then is it still a hit?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. And that'll be 5. 7 plus d6 plus 2, so 7, so 14 damage. So the next one comes up right next to its, like, in its shoulder joint. as I'm looking down at it, it's kind of facing away from me, but I'm looking, and I just plunge all 3 prongs straight in as much as I can until the cartilage just starts like resisting against the.
Now you said
tines.
you were going to activate the poison in your spear.
That's right. It is activated, so I do need to give it extra. Yeah, that is. Yeah, it is active.
Does it say that there
is
a save versus that? I cannot
Yeah,
remember.
let me check. Thank you for reminding me. No, it just adds 1d6 poison damage to an attack.
Okay.
So there's gonna be 3 poison damage added to everything as well. No. How much is that total? I don't even know how much I delivered.
The Catablupus is very injured, but it still manages to stay on its feet, even as you see the poison coursing through its veins. It starts to turn even like a darker color than it had been before, but it looks very, very close. It is Fakira's turn. It actually begins to raise its tail up to slam it down into you. But before that can happen, Fakira.
Die! And she is going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Bane, 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 Bane.
Aww.
Bane, Bane, Bane.
Hopefully you only get a
Bang.
one.
Whew.
Monkeys, and I didn't say bless. Okay.
Okay.
And it goes wide, and nothing happens.
It grazes off the fur on the top and just flies by as Fanaze watches your wisps miss the Catablupus. Would you like to do anything else?
She's gonna move up towards it
Take a bang.
and try to like harry it so that it like waits long enough that maybe someone else can get a hit in before it tries to kill Fanaze.
Yeah. Somebody who knows how much that tail does in damage, huh?
Oh no, that was just like big scary tail.
Drados.
I never used the tail. They stayed away.
Shouldn't have been Minotaur before me.
Oh, that's correct. The Minotaur does get to go before you. The Minotaur is pushed into the corner and watches Fanaze run away from it and turns its attention back to Brazino. Lifts its giant axe and swings it down at the Leonin. 24 as it finds its way through and does 8 damage to him. A 3 and a 1 on 2d12s. Holy smokes.
Oh my goodness.
Just slams it into him. Whew. Okay, now it's your turn, Drados.
Let's see here. Well, he sees Brazino about to die, so he's not real happy about that. So he is going to take a step back, and he is going to. He looks over to the destroyed Minotaur and lifts up a small scrap of its armor and hurls it at the one right next to me.
This is a dex saving throw, correct?
Yeah.
DM Susan, hi! Welcome to the party. We're so glad you're here. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Okay, here's that dexterity saving throw. Ooh, thank you for the follow, Bobbert. Welcome. They're trying to survive an onslaught from a mechanical minotaur and a Catablupus. We'll see. Here's that save. Oh.
I'd like to see.
You managed. Okay, tell me about how you bust this mechanical minotaur into pieces.
So it takes this swipe at Brazino, and as it follows through and is coming back. It's gonna come back around. As it's about to come down, this just like spear of shattered metal from the other one just slams through at the back of its head and into the wrist, and it just stops.
It gets pinned to the wall as it lifts its axe to smack down into Brazino a second time. Welcome, Mother of Jedi and Raiders. Welcome so much. We are trying to survive being attacked by minotaurs and a catablupus deep in the heart of a labyrinth in the heart of Meletis. Hope you enjoy. We'll see if we can kill a couple of these PCs before the counter ends. It is the catablupus's turn. Catablupus's turn. Oh boy. It gets advantage attacking you, doesn't it?
Yep.
Fanaze?
It absolutely does. I reckless attacked. Yeah.
Its tail swings up high above your head and comes crashing down at you. For a 24. Oh, yeah. Its massive stone-like tail smashes into you for 16 damage. So you'll take half of that as it smashes into you.
Oh, thank God.
8.
Oh, thank God. That was a critical fail on damage roll? Wow.
Yeah, let's see here. What did it get? A 22152. So...
Oh my God.
It's pretty bad. Pretty
I'm so lucky.
Bad.
Oh my
God, smile on us.
Yeah. Lotus has said it is not time.
So sad. So sad.
You're so fueling him believing Clothis through this.
It was not time for you.
I just can't die.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It issues this low, disappointed grunt as it picks its tail up and sees that you're still standing there. And that's its turn. It's going to be Brazino the Fourth Junior's turn.
All right, Brazino the Fourth Junior lets out a roar and charges in. At this point, so Fakira's not invisible, he's not invisible.
Oh, yeah.
Are we doing any type of flank mechanic? I mean, I'll be in the position to flank it.
Absolutely. You are so surrounding this thing by now that it
So
you can have
is it advantage or is it -2? How do you do it?
Let's just do advantage in this instance.
Okay. All right, so he just roars out, charging in, shield up, one-handed. Now, question real quick. No, that would be dumb. That'd be real dumb. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
All right. Cast his shield aside and two-hand it. No, I'm not gonna drop my AC by 2. He races forward, brings up his long sword, and he is going to attack, and I'm gonna bless it.
I'm gonna bane it.
So here, that's doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You still hit. Yeah.
You've also, I think you've been missing a bunch of blesses on myself and on Eric. We have 9, and I know I've used a couple, and I know Eric's used a couple.
Eric has only used 1.
Really?
Yes, that's correct.
Wow. Well, so that'll be 2.
Yes.
All right. Well, then sure, I'll keep 9. Yeah. I mean, that makes me feel good.
I don't think
I've been able to. I think I've been doing all saves.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like that. That's just a disadvantage for casters in combat is that it doesn't. Blesses don't help us on save based attacks.
I'm down to 5 actually. Okay.
So that hits.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So he is gonna do. Did the damage roll too? Oh yes. So 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Describe it for me.
Like I said, he the Minotaur drops in front of him. He turns. He's heavily damaged. He's not raging. He doesn't have this ability. His god has abandoned him. He is just like
like almost dead. Like he's tried to laid on hands, and his god was not there for him. Still, he knew he wouldn't be, but he was hoping. And just with this guttural roar of just disappointment and anger, he raises a sword and runs in on the Catoblumpus, and just with all his might strikes down on it.
And perfectly nicks the neck and throat out of the Catoblumpus, and just this dark blood sprays all over Brazino and Fanaze as the creature just bellows out and then falls over at your feet ahead of you as a pool of blood issues forth from it. Okay. Wow. You find yourself coming down from this just intense adrenaline feeling as the whirling from the walls seemed to stop, and the Catoblumpus slowly exhales its last breath and dies. You are standing in a giant room that the gas seems to be dissipating from. Let's remove the dragon. Let's remove this. Let's get rid of a bunch of this stuff in the background as it all seems to disappear. And I'll let you explore the room.
As it all kind of falls away and everything, Nostis, that's my character's name, is going to make his way over to the two fighters who I assume are kind of like, huffing and puffing and covered in blood and gore. And I don't have prestidigitation, but I put a hand on each one of your shoulders in a clean spot. And I say, that was quite the performance, gentlemen. And you feel yourselves, let me mark these off, get a little bit better. One for Brazino and one for Fanazi.
Oh, nice.
And then I'll just do another one for Brazino. So.
Excellent.
Did I do max on... I did. I max damage to, or max healing for Fanazi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did really
Ozzy
good.
was just he was only running on false life, so it was a good thing you healed him.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, Brazino's false life immediately disappeared. He would
yes.
be, yeah.
He would have.
I mean, I am a death cleric. I have Spare the Dying and Healing Word and a couple of heals, but this is also one of the first times that he has healed anyone in the party besides himself. He usually keeps it to himself.
How does he feel healing Brazino now that Brazino has, lost his god? And
Well, his god's dead, so I mean, gotta throw him a bone, right?
Yeah,
from a god that's still around. You know, how does Brazino feel about getting healed by a cleric of Erebos? Is the question.
Yeah, that is a good question indeed.
Probably okay right now.
Okay for the moment, indeed.
Yeah.
As you guys look around the room, you see a soft glow start to show up in the center of the room. And it might be kind of hard to see, but a portal, a small, teleportation circle actually forms in the head of this beast. At the back wall, you can see there is another plate.
Also, just before we get to the plate, when we're over the body of the Catoblumpus person, I get healed by Gnosis. I feel that surge of healing come up, just enough to really close up what needs to be closed. And I'm finally kind of wound down from the rush of that of the killing blow Brazino made, and I look over at Gnosis for the first time, actually, actually not the first time, he's healed me before, but I just give a big toothy grin and I remove my hand from my from the trident, and I just, with a big bloody hand, just tap him on the side of the face and go, "Thank you, friend." And then, continue.
Never again. I pull out a very nice black silk handkerchief and wipe the blood from my face and tuck it away.
Yes. Awesome. Very cool.
Kira's in like half hand wave. She's like, and she completes the hand wave and says a little word, and it's clean.
Excellent. Excellent indeed. Okay. You all approach the plaque. I did not write this one down. So you read it, and it says, "Thank you for participating in this study. You must be very strong to have made it this far. I would very much like to meet you. Please come to my workshop. Use the portal in the center of the room."
Before we completely leave, I go back to the Catablipus, and it has teeth, right? Not just like tusky.
Yeah, it's like skull is almost exposed, but it has teeth, and it's got like mangy fur as well. The horns on it are kind of the most decorative thing about it.
Right.
If you wanted to take a horn, but you could take teeth as well.
I think it wouldn't fit in his mane very well,
No.
so I think I'll take like a larger jagged tooth and some of the fur, some of the shaggy fur, and keep it for me.
Pop
for
it
a
out
token.
very easily and take it with you. So, who's stepping into the portal first?
Kira's gonna take out her little bottle of ink and her pen. And draw an angry face on the plaque.
Where are you going? Oh, where's Brazino going?
And then she's gonna wait on the edge of the teleportation circle for her friends.
Oh, that's what Brazino's doing? He's following the wall. Of course he's following the wall. Yeah, of course he's following the wall.
Rosino, do you want to do the honors of being rid of this last piece of metal? And I look at the plaque again, like I've gestured at the plaque, since he's been the one like mashing them and whatnot.
He'll come over and he'll just give it a punch, just square in the middle.
It's dented. It's just quite a soft metal. It hurts his hand just a little bit, but not too bad.
He actually, in a spark of some type of inspiration, can he rip this thing off the wall and see if there's anything behind it?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Angry face on the wall.
Yeah.
Yep.
He rips it off the wall and wants to see if there's anything behind it.
He does so. There is nothing behind it.
He throws it down on the ground.
Excellent.
Your hand now has an angry face imprinted on the face for Zeno.
Let's go. And he's just gonna stomp into the... He made a full circle and got around and started making a circle again and realized if he just does it here, he's just gonna keep going around and around.
Excellent.
So he feels like his job is done in keeping his hand on the wall, and then and he steps into the circle.
The person that was with us, is she here somewhere?
No, you don't see her.
Oh.
Ooh.
That son of a bitch.
Can we... Is there any way to do we see any way to open the door?
You go and you begin investigating the door, and the door was built purposefully as one direction only. So, as long as someone held the door open, no problem. As soon as the door shut, however, there's no going back, unless you take a significant amount of time to dismantle the door. And it's very hefty.
That's a DM way of saying that's pointless. Let's go.
I'm knocking on the door. Hopefully she hears it.
You knock on the door. You
Yeah.
don't hear anything.
If that
She
man was
went.
alive.
We didn't see where she went as we charged into this room.
She was the last person to come in, and apparently she saw the smoke and decided, nope, I'm going to wait out here. And either heard fighting and left or is not there anymore. It's hard to tell without going through the door.
I'm gonna cast a message and hope it gets through the door.
Ah, okay. Excellent.
Sarah, can you open the door? We can't open it from this side, but it's safe in here now. You can answer.
Oh, that's fantastic. I was worried you were dead. And with that, she opens the door and
Leave it
comes
open!
in, like just about to let it swing behind her shut, but she grabs it. What's wrong?
Anybody got a stick? Hold it.
Okay. And she holds the door.
No sticks.
No sticks? I'm sure somebody has something they can
sticks?
stuff in there.
I know.
There's a broken minotaur and jam the door.
Yeah.
Jam the
Or
door
a,
open.
yeah, or a javelin or something.
Stick it open. Hold
Hold
the
the
door.
Oh no.
Do we want to spend any more time in this forsaken place?
No.
Not really.
I'm going to put you all together so that I can move you in a map. There we go. Perfect. You step into the portal, and as your eyes close for a moment, you blink, and you appear someplace else. That someplace appears to be a workshop of some kind. Oh, wow. You guys are not the correct size here. There we go. Why do I feel like I'm missing people? Where is she?
There we go.
But
Whoa. Oh.
nice.
Let me put Sarah in there as well. Huh. There we go. Here we go, and I'll put Sarah in, and then I will describe the scene to you. You appear in a workshop, what looks to be a wizardly workshop of some kind. These shelves that have these strange paper contraptions on them that look to hold scrolls between their bindings. Models of buildings sit on these shelves as well. Good night, Mama Jedi. You have a lovely night. There are so many strange things in here. Skulls and skeletons and knickknacks. The walls appear to be made out of some kind of bright, shiny black stone. Interlaced into them is quartz and these other gems, and each one of them look to be displayed in the wall on purpose, like the cave was actually cut from them to display these interesting materials. At the center is a desk with many papers strewn about it. Sarah is basically gonna just walk down to the center. And as she gets down there, she sees a mechanical minotaur that seems to be in pieces, as if it was being worked on. Next to that, a servitor of some kind, in a similar state, also being worked on. Behind you, a looming statue, an enormous looming statue of Keranos, the god of inspiration, holding a lightning bolt in his hands, looking down over this room full of inventions and creations. Who's doing what?
I wish Nico was here.
Me too. Especially back there with all those things.
Yeah, that too. She's
What
gonna.
are you doing, Drados?
I think Drados is just gonna. Is this a rug in the middle?
Yes, it appears to be a rug in the middle.
Drados is gonna saddle up in the middle, and he is going to start ritual casting detect magic. 'Cause he feels the essence of this room speaking to him.
Okay. As you hold out your arms and begin casting a spell, you are interrupted when you hear a whirling noise as an owl flies from a bookshelf and goes and perches on your outstretched arm with a strange lightness. This metal owl lands on your arm and turns its head sideways and goes, "Welcome, visitor. My master is not in. Would you like for me to take a message for him?"
I don't believe so. I don't think a message would do him any good at this point.
I do not understand the meaning, but I will still make sure this message gets to him. I am... Let me double check to make sure that I get this name right, because it's something that I actually took time to... Voithos. I am Voithos.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Voithos, but your master is dead.
Just to clarify, who's your master?
Nesteros.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He said.
He's been slain by forces unknown.
This is... It struggles to find, like, a way to express emotion, because you kind of think it doesn't really have emotion. Well, can I help you with anything, then?
What was he working on?
Nesteros had open 24 projects currently.
List them.
Voithos goes through a long list of open projects, citing that each one has project logs, and you find out quickly that Voithos was Nesteros's assistant and would actually take voice logs for Nesteros. The 23rd project is the EE project. Excrement extraction project. And it has 134 project logs. Would you like for me to replay project logs?
Maybe just the last one.
The last one was taken 3 days ago. And he begins going through a project log which is literally a recording of Nesteros talking in depth about choosing particular routes through the city because this obstacle is there and that obstacle is there. But it gives you no insight into anything particular about nefarious deeds. You do find out that he is waffling about the name EE, or excrement extractor, and basically his primary issue is dealing with all the temples in the city because no one wants him to dig underneath their temples for a shit tunnel.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't they want their shit to go somewhere else?
Well, they don't want their shit to go underneath their temple and possibly flood their temple with shit.
Got it.
So yes.
Now at the actual, like, a little bit more like rudimentary speech of hearing that, he like when I was like checking out the skeletons and whatnot. Now he's finally like, oh, the poop tunnel, yeah, and he starts like listening. And
I remember that. Yeah.
I know what that is.
What was the last thing your master told you?
Stay here, Voithos. I will return after I've had my meal. But it was not a log. I remember it anyways.
Would you be amenable with coming with us, knowing that your master is not returning?
I am not programmed to defend myself or fight. I would not have any choice. Are you sure I do not like leaving this place?
Perhaps we will return you one day, but I think you are better served coming with us.
I have no choice then.
Is this thing one like a mechanic, like a construct bed, like it's metal?
Oh yeah. Here, let me blow it up for you. It's made out of like bronze and metal, and it
Clash of the Titans. Yeah,
oh, straight up, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Bubo,
sweet.
but
Love
not, but like Bubo can talk.
Yeah.
Sweet. Figure we'll hand him over to Petros for interrogation.
Oh. No one else want to ask him any questions while you're here?
Where did he keep things that he was working on?
He kept them on his desk. Many notes he kept for me to recall. I am capable of recalling information based off of simple search queries.
It's a bird Google.
A boogle, if you will.
Google.
A boogle, if you will.
A Google.
On the table, you see like a bunch of scribbled notes. Mostly maps are like the interesting things. All these books are like archaeology studies on like cultures. Most of them Theron, of course, but there are many different historical cultures on Theros, and many of them aren't studied. Voithos sits on your arm, Cam, as you walk around. Just has found its perch there.
Are there any books that don't seem like they belong?
Give me an investigation check.
Can I guide myself?
Can you guide yourself? I think you can.
Probably. It's just
touch one willing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, one willing creature.
And also bless. Because
Okay.
I'm not smart.
Okay. Take it off.
I'm averagely smart. Oh,
Wow.
I'm 12 smart.
12 smart. All right. 12 smart. The books all seem really confusing to you. It's hard to tell. A lot of the books look the same.
Where's the pictures?
Oh, no
This
picture.
isn't
Well,
helpful.
there's like diagrams and stuff, but they're pretty boring.
Let's see here.
I-
Sorry, go ahead.
I'd like to. So he's been looking, like, while they've been talking, whatever. He just got a bit close to the conversation, but he's not really engaging in it. And he picks up a book, not knowing what it is, opening it up, then puts it down when he realizes he can't read that one. He opens another one, and he sees a few words that he vaguely recognizes in his language, and he's like, he's even bored of that too. Like, as soon as it's a long word, and he kind of starts just looking around, ignoring the bones he's already inspected, and he's just looking for anything that wouldn't have paper. Is there anything, like, obviously, like,
There
there's
are
experiments,
models.
like,
There
Okay.
are models. You find models of a lot of the buildings in Miletus. So you find like the Colosseum, the bathhouse was like something. It's amazing because it actually has like water that goes through it. You can see how the whole thing functions from like the model way of it. The
and
Colosseum
was
is
that
interesting
model? Was the model with the water in it?
The model with the water is actually directly in front of you. The shelf directly in front of you.
Okay, and it's got actual running water going through it?
Yes, it has this little like thing that you can pump, and it pushes the water through it.
Okay. I play with that a little bit, and then I place a finger on one of the troughs that it's running through to watch it overflow, and I kind of just let it kind of spill over a little bit, and then...
It
and
definitely
I
gets some
look
of the scrolls a little wet.
Yeah. And I see it spill on the other things, and I look over. I'm like, okay, I got a magic person with me. I don't want to piss anyone off. I
Nostis,
kinda
what are
turn
you
around.
doing?
I would like to look around the desk and try to find anything that seems pertinent, newer, of import.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll.
All right, I will bless it.
Okay.
Can I just insight the desk?
Insight the desk? Sure.
Fuck. Oh no, I was kidding. Unless you really want to
No.
me inside the desk.
No, you're not inciting the desk.
Inciting the desk to violence.
It might be mechanical. We don't fucking know with this guy.
Yeah, really.
I keep rolling 1d4 and it just doesn't go through. There it goes. So I got a 15.
You look over the desk, and among the like papers and drawings and sketches, you find a hand sketch that isn't like architecturally related. It's like a jotted down note to remember something. It looks like a hand, but it has an arrow coming down, and each one of the fingers point up into a point. And he drew it in black coal, so it just kind of looks like sharp fingers extending up and one thing going down.
I walk over behind him with Voithos on my shoulder and ask the bird, "What is this? Does this mean anything to you?"
Yes, it references Project Log 130 of the EE project.
Please play Project Log 130 of the EE project.
With pleasure. And it begins to recite this. This is also... Here, I will show everyone this. This is also the drawing that was on the desk. Log date 17th, Proto-Kynean. Begin log. The investigative dig at grid reference 34 Delta of Dock District uncovered an unmarked subterranean temple. I assumed it to be more ruins from the time of Agnamakos, but to my surprise, the temple was in pristine structural condition and showed signs of recent use. I began to explore the ruins as to mark it into the city planning survey and nearly defecated myself when Minron, of all people, emerged from the darkness and hailed me. He explained that the temple belonged to air quote, insert, friends of his, air quote, end, and began bargaining with me to keep this a secret. It turned into an exhausting conversation, but now at least I have help when it comes to lobbying to run my EE, excrement extraction tunnels under the Temple of Thassa. Remind me that I need to come up with a better name. I will need to devise a route around this secret temple, which I noted as build hazard, air quote, build hazard, end air quote, on the city survey maps at the Decatia. I tried to ask Minron if his friends, insert air quote, friends, end air quote, had any other subterranean holdings that I needed to avoid, but he was not forthcoming. He seemed a little uneasy. Very unlike him. There was also a symbol marking this temple that I've never seen before, almost hand-like. Well, nothing is ever easy, is it? That's enough for now. End log, Voithos. Log ended.
Hey, did he mention ever talking to Minron again in logs afterwards?
No logs after this mention Minron.
What date was that log taken?
The 17th of Proto-Kynean. The date today is the 8th of Astrophion, which basically is 20 days later. It's next month. So that was 1, 2, 3, and a couple days. So 3 weeks and 2 days ago.
Voithos, are there any maps here that show this grid reference?
There are, yes. I can show you to them if you take me past the desk. Third shelf up, and as you look there, you look up and you find rolls and rolls of maps. Third one to the right, and you pull down a very crudely drawn map of the city. The grid references are all like, it's like a square, like a checkerboard. And it basically shows like in the heart of the dock district to the east of the Temple of Thassa. If you require a more exact marking, better maps are at the Decatia in the city planning section of their library.
Those are their logs referencing undeath, undead, or are we aware what mana is? Is that a thing that we're aware of?
You're not aware of what mana is.
So, and I'm not aware of what vampires are.
No, you're not aware of what vampires are either.
So then I'm going to ask like death, undead, stake, as in a shopstick.
Of the logs in my memory, there are 80 logs that I have identified that fit this quandary search. Would you like me to begin playing them from the earliest to the latest?
Reverse order, probably.
Yes,
he starts going on, and it's mostly about the Temple of Erebos and like the dead district, and most of it has to do with planning. I could give you more detailed ones perhaps after some searching, but it's obvious that this creature is just filled with information. But is it the information that you're looking for? You're going to have to find out in the next episode of Mythic Odysseys of Theros, Meletian Mystery. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Mother of Jedi, the Gilded Troll, DM Susan, thank you all for the raids. We love having you here so much. Thank you for stopping by and following us as we go through this crazy Magic the Gathering world. Some other shout outs to do here. Silent But Ducky, thank you. We love having you on. Gilded Steph, fantastic always. We love having you here. Thank you so much. Gorgongon, perfect save today. Oh man, it would have been great to have Eric come back and be, you killed me. So thank you so much.
Yeah, he wouldn't have died.
Could have dodged the death ray.
Yeah.
I had him.
Not our fault.
Ginger with souls, thank you so much. Mama Guac, Phoenix Firestar. Oh man, so many good people in here. Thank you so much for coming by and being with us on this great adventure. L2, if you're not following L2, please check out his streams, whether it's gaming or world building. Fantastic stuff. This community has been so great. Any announcements? Are we playing on Wednesday? I haven't heard if that's...
I think so. I think one of the next 2 weeks we will most likely be taking a break from the Dark Kingdoms. Whether that's this week or next week, I will decide. I'm pretty sure Eric's back by Wednesday. If Eric's back on Wednesday, we'll probably play this week and take a break next week. If Eric's gone this week, then we'll definitely take a break this week and pick up next week.
Okay. Well, pay attention to our announcements to see if we're playing Darkest Kingdoms on our Dark Kingdoms, not Darkest Kingdoms.
Darkest Dungeon
Kingdoms. Evil campaign on Wednesday. And then basically just keep an eye on our announcements. Next Monday we will be doing Theros. Again, come see where the breadcrumbs lead us to. I'm going to begin looking for a raid, unless you have any suggestions, Ryan.
I am currently looking right now. A lot of people are ending and are debriefing.
Well,
that guy is kind of...
In 2 weeks, I will be starting up the paint stream again. So the date for that would be Sunday. Let's go here.
Stupid pre-roll ads are really killing me right now.
Sunday, the 23rd, I will be doing, I'll be starting back up the paint streams again, doing some giveaways of actual paint sets for whoever wants to participate to actually start painting miniatures. And each one of them comes with a miniature, which is very nice. I'm going to be painting some Games Workshop stuff. We've got the ability to win some miniatures coming up, all of those things. Some other shout outs. Saturday nights, we've got Night Owl Squadron. Saturday night this night, or is it going to be
Saturday night?
Saturday nights?
It's always going to be Saturdays, yeah.
And most nights you can see Savaris Cam mopping up, just wrecking everybody in space. So hopefully we'll see you this Saturday. Hopefully I'll be there this Saturday too. So gosh, that'd be fun to do some can you do ranked all together? Like,
yeah, you can.
Yeah,
pretty sure you can. Yeah.
I'll probably be dragging you down though, so I need to practice. Need to practice my pew pews.
It's a team game, remember?
Yeah,
yeah,
it is a team game.
All right. Well, it's up to you, but let's just, if you're okay with it, we rated Behold Roleplay a long time ago, so if you're okay with that, we can raid them again.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great rest of your Monday and great rest of your week. And, we need to come up with, like, a catchphrase for, like, bouncing out. Bye-bye. Oh, I need to actually take us to the ending screen.